my name is Mariah and welcome to my channel, Totally Finds. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a book haul. It's a relatively short book haul. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, technically 12 books. And it's not going to be too long of a video, but without further ado, let's get right into it. The first book that I have here is called Two Truths and a Lie by Meg Mitchell Moore. So it's described to be not a cross, but people who are fans of Big Little Lies and Little Fires Everywhere. It's like a thriller meant to be read at the beach. It's like a summertime type of thriller, really. So there's just too much to really go into this, but basically a woman moves to a new town with her daughter, and the woman gets into this mommy group, and she's basically doing up her life to make it seem like some perfect idyllic type of life, but really there's not always some truth to that. So that's basically what this book is, so I'm not gonna go too much into that. Okay, so reading this, I'm not 100% sure how this happens, but basically this woman named Alice Lee, she's running from her past and she ends up in New York, but after a few weeks she ends up dead. And then there's also another woman named Ruby Jones who's also running from her past, and she ends up running into Alice, but Alice is dead. But somehow they met prior to this, I guess. It says from the first devastating encounter, the two women form an unbreakable bond. How is that possible if the first encounter is when I don't know. I'm not sure. Basically how it's presented in the back, it's making it seem like Ruby found a dead body, but most likely the dead body is Alice. But how? I'm confused. I'm confused. So we're just moving right along. The next book is called Friends Like These by Kimberly McCreate. So it seems like it's set up where like a few friends go away for the weekend and they're hiding secrets and one ends up dead kind of situation. And that's basically what this book is. However, we don't experience that. At least from what the back of the book is suggesting. So 6 college friends reunite for a glamorous weekend in the Catskills after a decade after a fatal accident that killed one of their friends. And after the weekend's up, someone ends up dead, and the police is asking questions and something is not right. The friends is keeping a secret of what happened that weekend. So the lead detective on the story, Julia Skolt, is trying to figure out why and what are they hiding. So yeah, Friends Like These. Next is 7 Lies by Elizabeth Kay. So 7 Lies is about these two women named Jane and Marnie. They've been friends since they were children, and they've been inseparable. But Jane never liked Marnie's husband. They both got married when they got older, but Jane never liked Marnie's husband. He was like loud and obnoxious. But one day he ends up dying, and it's not really clear what Jane really knows, because it's indicating if she said something, then Marnie's husband might still be alive. So she tells you everything except the truth. But the question is, why is Jane lying? That's something. All right, so the next book is When You Are Mine by Michael Robotham. I'm pretty sure that's not how you say his last name, but anyways, this one is about a police officer named Philomena McCarthy who decides to help a woman who is in an abusive relationship. It turns out the abuser is a decorated detective, so they just basically cover up the case. They don't help this woman at all. So Philomena decides to take it upon herself to help this woman, and they end up becoming friends, and it's making it seem like this abused woman, is so enamored with Philomena helping her that she basically wants to take her life. But at the same time, they both are in danger because the decorated detective most likely is not going to let this go, kind of thing. So it's interesting to figure out what's happening with this. So, because in the front it says, "You saved my life, now I want yours." Okay. All right, so the next book is This It by Hannah Tovey. It's about these best friends, Ivy and Mia. And Mia seems to have her life together. She has the man, she has the job, she just has the perfect life. And then her friend Ivy, she's single, She is not thriving. So she decides to turn her life around, you know, fake it till you make it kind of situation. And things are starting to look up. Like, oh, I'm single, I'm thriving, I'm arriving kind of thing. And then she meets this guy and she's thinking, oh, snap. This could be a problem for me. So yeah, she's trying to live in her single girl era, you know, make things work for her. But then love may potentially get in the way of that. So yeah, that's her way of thinking it. Next one is called The Moment I Met You by Debbie Johnson. So this one is like essentially a second chance romance. So the main character, Elena, she goes on a trip to Mexico and something devastating happens. And then 10 years later, she's kind of revisiting that and she's trying to think about the guy that helped her through this situation. And she's thinking like, it's been a long time. Is it too late to potentially, you know, get back with them kind of situation. So it's described as being emotional and beautiful. So yeah, the next book, I'm not sure how I'm gonna go about this since there are like a few books in the series. I don't know how many books. I know there's like probably 2 or 3 and I'm not sure if I'm not sure. I don't know in a sense what this book is about, but we'll see. And that is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson. You know, it was turned into movies multiple times. I feel like everybody knows about this book, but I'm not sure if they know what it's about. But anyway, yeah, that's the other book. The other one is called Heartwood Box by Anne, I can never say this, Aguilera? Not really sure. But basically, it's a cross between Stranger Things and The Lake House. So, Arceli Flores Harper. She goes to stay with her great aunt Ottilie. All these names. Okay. And she's thinking like, okay, the plan is simple. I'm gonna get my life together. But then things are kind of weird because there's like these weird lights in the middle of the forest. There's a facility that nobody wants to talk about. And Arceli, she gets these notes that make it seem like they're from the past, and she's thinking somebody's playing a joke on her, but then she realizes like, okay, this is actually real kind of thing. So basically she's talking to some person from the past, and I think she's gonna fall in love with them. So because if you know about the lake house, you know, yeah, it's one of those kind of situations. Next up, I'm not sure how I feel about getting this. I don't know, maybe it's FOMO or something, I don't know, but I decided to get The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. Do I know what this book's about? No. I'm pretty sure everybody and their brother knows what the book is about, so I'm not going to even go into it. Alright, the next book is Conversations with the Fat Girl by Lisa Palmer. It's about a woman named Maggie who seems to not have her life together compared to everybody else. She's 27, she works a minimum wage job, she's single, and everybody around her seems to be getting married, having babies, having the career of their life or whatever. But then Maggie's best friend Olivia is getting married, and Olivia seems to be marrying a guy that Maggie has a crush on, or had a crush on. And the thing is, Maggie and Olivia became best friends when they were younger because they both shared their struggles with body image. They both were overweight, but Olivia got bypass surgery, so she's a size 2 now, and Maggie's still the glorified fat girl. So they both are on different scales of body issues, and realizing things, you know, things don't necessarily work out just because you change one aspect of your life. Things might even unravel more. So basically that's what this book is. The other book is Downstairs, and that one is called P.S. I Like You. That one's like a YA romance. Essentially, I believe it's an enemies to lovers thing, but you're not supposed to know that, essentially, because the person you don't know until later, I'm assuming. So it's about this girl who writes some lyrics on her desk, and then the next time she comes to the desk, she sees that somebody wrote next to the lyrics. So they start exchanging letters and things like that, and she starts to develop feelings for this person. So yeah, there is that. So yeah, those are all the books that I got this time around for a book outlet. If you read any books, let me know. If you read any of these books, let me know in the comment section down below. And make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos. Give it a thumbs up. I will really appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.